Is it his birthday today?
50th.
Great knowledge. 50th birthday.
How did I not notice that?
Do you know? I like obsessively read the birthday greetings.
Wow.
It's kind of like a strange thing, but
Oh, all right. Well, we're all on back in this then.
it's actually kind of interesting the fact that this had actually been backed ever so slightly during the course of the day with 7-1 earlier on in the afternoon. So, I mean, Rafe Beckett's birthday was on Sunday, and he had a listed winner up at Ponte. So, I mean, as we know in the States, Bill Mott's only missed a birthday winner at Saratoga like twice in the last 50 years.
So there is the final race preview. Rachel, George, thank you for tonight, and we'll be seeing you. When are you? Okay.
If only it was that simple.
Talk me through the case for Casemate Square. He's got the cheek pieces on for the first time. He ran well.
He's got the visor on for the first time.
Visors on for the first time. Apologies.
Cheek pieces off.
Cheek pieces off.
But we've seen that work
replacing the
already
visor.
today.
Yes, sorry, yes. And he ran well 4 days ago, and that was in the cheek pieces first time, sorry. And it's Ian Williams' birthday.
And he's been placed twice in his 8 career starts. They both have been at Kempton, so potentially a bit better horse at Kempton. The worry about him is he's been withdrawn at the start for not going into the stalls twice, so I would wait till he's in the gate to back him if you were going to back him.
Looks like he's got someone there with him who I'm not sure he is a stall handler. I can't quite tell. Well, he's blocked out by the van now. Why are you laughing? Jeez.
But I mean, he's a horse with a bit of a squeak. But of the rest of them, I actually quite like Moan's Cross, the 8 horse. She ran really well last time over course and distance. It was her first run on the all-weather. She's a 7-1 chance. She finished a neck second. Drawn stall 13. She's drawn 10 today. Poppy Bridgewater gets aboard for David Bridgewater. And that run last time was 3 wide the entire way around.
Yeah.
So if he can get any slightly better trip. And also, it just looked like in the end of that race, she just seemed to tire in the last few strides. She should have a little bit more race fitness with that 2-mile run under her belt.
Bird for Life. So we're just clarifying that there looks to be someone specifically there for Casemate Square. But Bird for Life, I wanted to mention the other horse near the top of the market for Mark Usher and Ryan Tate, George, has won at Kempton, but the trip is a bit of a question mark?
Yeah, it definitely is a question mark. Ran well when last seen at Lingfield 27 days ago. The only thing I would say is if when I watch a horse's form, I was watching back, I kind of feel it's a horse that is ridden with a bit of restraint, and if she does stay, it will bring about an improvement in her because I think it will suit her. It will give her plenty more time. I always feel when you watch her over 12 furlongs round here, she's always things are happening a little bit quickly for her.
Okay. So
I feel like the Stepperton trip will help her. It's just obviously you need to know she's going to get it, and I feel she will do because she's pretty relaxed. Ryan Tate knows her particularly well, and I just feel it's a very for the grade. I think it's a weak race, and I think off a mark of 55, which she's been competitive off recently, it could bring about a bit of improvement, which means she's got a little bit in hand.
Good case for Bird for Life. Heron, it's been running okay for Brett Johnson, Stevie Donohoe, course and distance form. You can see Heron being involved, but a winner?
Place claims only, but Casement Square has gone in well enough in stall 9. You can see the starred jacket, so hopefully he just stays calm because that's been another one of his. If he gets in, he doesn't like to stay in. So.
Okay. It's, I think, nearly time. What do you like, George?
I think Bird for Life, yeah.
Casemate Square for me, Rach.
Moan's Cross.
Last time to Mark.
And they're off. And a slow beginning towards the inside from Incredible Dream. And it's Conquering Hero who is the one who goes to the early lead, with Garçon du Soleil on that one's outside as they race towards the end of the back straight. 3 wide as they go into turn. Ocean Gale, the grey who just fly-let there and may have just tried to clip heels, was Argyle, but now racing in a share of 4th around the outside of Katie Gale. And as they now make the turn, it is on the inside Garçon du Soleil who has gone on. to Ocean Gale racing in second, Conquering Hero in third. Argyle is straining the reins in fourth. Katie Gale is racing in fifth as they come into the home straight for the first time. Heron then towards the inside rail, racing just in advance of Bird for Life. On that one's outside, General Allenby. A little wider, Casemate Square, who's now quite keen as they come up the home straight for the first time. Wildemar is next in the field. Another one who is keen is Moens Cross, who's racing towards the outside as they come up this home straight, with Incredible Dream settled towards the rear of the field with a couple behind. Night Commander is last but one, and switched off at the back of the field is Insomniac. So they have a circuit ahead of them, and it is Garçon du Soleil who has got the lead. Two in second, Ocean Gale as they go around the turn. Conquering Hero in the Vivier Green is racing in third. Around the outside, Argyle in fourth, and still very keen. Katie Gale is racing between them in fifth place. Heron on the inside rail is in sixth. General Allenby is in seventh as they make the run towards the halfway point. Then Casemate Square around the outside. Bird for Life is next, followed by Wildemar. Then the cheek pieces of Incredible Dream racing alongside Moens Cross. After Moens Cross is Night Commander, and still at the back of the field as they head down the back straight, those check colours of pink and blue for Insomniac in the hands of Callum Shepherd. They've gone through halfway. They've now got less than 7 furlongs to go. And Garçon du Soleil still has the lead to Ocean Gale in second, and 3 deep out on the track is Argyle. To the inside rail, Conquering Hero racing in fourth position. Katie Gale is just in fifth. Then General Allenby racing on the outside of Heron, and 3 wide as they go to another turn is Casemate Square, who's being followed by Night Commander, who's just passed 1 or 2 through the last quarter mile or so. Bird for Life on the inside, followed by Wildemar as they spin the corner. Next is Moens Cross on the inside, Incredible Dream, with a half mile to go. Insomniac still at the back of the field, and now they're beginning to wind it up. Garçon du Soleil now by a neck. To in second, Ocean Gale, and around the outside is Argyle. Conquering Hero made the turn in fourth position, and then Casemate Square, who comes wide into the straight with Katie Gale for company. On the inside, Bird for Life is now picking off 1 or 2 rivals, and down the wide outside, the likes of Night Commander and also Moens Cross are trying to come on together with General Allenby. They race down towards the final furlong. Casemate Square down the outside, the far rail for Conquering Hero. Between them is Bird for Life. It's Conquering Hero who's got a lead of half a length. Bird for Life is coming, but so too is the line, and the line comes in time for Conquering Hero. Bird for Life was in second, Casemate Square was third.
Conquering Hero wins the finale at 8-1 under Fran Berry, beating Bird for Life, with Casemate Square back in third. Conquering Hero got the run down on the inside rail. Bird for Life, who I think you pointed out earlier on, George, over this trip travelled quite nice in the race. Casemate Square, in contrast, was 3-4 wide for a lot of this contest.
Yeah, it was never was able to get in. Franny Norton got Casemate Square. You can just see him in the red cap. He just looks like he's just unleashing a run down the stretch. But the fact that he went so wide throughout might have just put his effort to bed. Bird for Life had a really nice heat. She wanted to go faster early doors than Ryan Tate allowed her to, and the winner, Conquering Hero, looked like he just jumped in at the intersection. He was just sitting a nice trip. He's just sitting in fourth, just in behind the long-time leader, Garçon du Soleil, and once the cutaway came, that's it. Job done. Fran Berry knew what to do and did it quite nicely. But, I mean, Bird for Life, I mean, she's a filly that she just runs 10 pounds better at Kempton than she does anywhere else.
And she ran really well again, as Rachel said, at Kempton. George, any hard luck in that defeat, do you think?
The only thing I would say is, in an ideal world, she probably wants a slightly stronger pace to run at. She's almost, if you watch her here, just down the back, I put in my notes, sort of 6 furlongs from home, she latched on and she became keen, and you can see Ryan Tate is sort of struggling to get her to relax, and that's probably the difference between winning and losing. And I just feel, as she has more experience running over further, she'll relax better, and she's definitely one to keep the right side of in this grade, because I wouldn't imagine she'll go up in the handicap for this, and she could be one to win next time probably.
The nice thing about her is when she does win, she only ever wins by a nose or a head, so she's one that can stay around at this sort of level for quite a long time. And just, I mean, the nice thing about Kempton, there's plenty of 1.5 mile, 1.3 mile, 2 mile races going around the slightly lower level, so there'll be plenty of opportunities for Mark Usher et al. to run her.
At this point, it looked as if, Conquering Hero are getting the run down on the inside rail, but meanwhile, you can see Casemate Square, who I thought was run really well considering the trip that he's had. I mean, I'm sure in an ideal world, Franny Norton would have got a bit closer to the rail and maybe got a bit more covered, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It's always a case. I think Kempton's a very difficult track when you're posted out wide, and it was no fault of Franny's. He wasn't able. There wasn't any other option, but it was just frustrating. I think it probably, if he'd had a really smooth run round, I imagine would have been really fighting out the finish. And I think there's probably more. I think probably for the first three, there's more races to be won with all of them.
Yeah.
But it was a fairly limited race, looking at the ones behind them.
Yeah, Katie Gale has stuck on, but there's not much between her and the rest, Rach.
No, I mean these three did pull clear of the rest, and as George said, it's a 0 to 65 handicap. A lot of these have been running in 0 to 50s, 0 to 55. So, considering that two of the three, the second and third, were carrying quite light weights comparative to what they had been carrying because they were running in slightly better handicap company today, whereas Conquering Heroes dropped in grade ever so slightly. But you can't really read a whole lot into it other than say, I think Conquering Hero, hopefully the handicapper is not too punitive because he looks like he's enjoyed that. Will go again. Obviously Bird for Life will win again, and Casemate Square, as long as he wasn't absolutely set up for today, although I'm sure Ian Williams has better things to do on his birthday than win a 0 to 65 handicap at Kempton. I obviously wouldn't, but other people do have a little bit more taste, as it were. So
that's quite harsh.
Well, everybody always goes, well, Kempton's not the be-all and end-all. I obviously think it is, but I respect other people's thoughts. I'm sure if there was Cheltenham or something, Ian Williams would probably be there.
I'd love him to be there. I'd love it if Ian Williams just came over and
I would
congratulated.
have so much respect, but it is also going on 9 o'clock on his 50th. I hope he's...
Is that not Ian Williams right down in the front here? No, it's not. Can we get a wide of Kempton just so we see Ian Williams? Oh, that would be lovely. Where are you, Ian? Let's take the SPs of the final race. Conquering Hero, the winner at 8 to 1. Second, Bird for Life, 5